Hey guys, welcome to the adventures. Today we're going to go over and deep dive further into making our truck into a home, and that's creating the best sleep environment, especially for teen drivers. Last week we did the futon, how we made our bed into a couch, and this week we're going to go over that sleep environment. So first off, ditch the mattress that comes in the trucks. They're crap, you're not going to sleep well, and they are honestly the biggest problem. And so first off, go ahead and start with a RV bunk mattress. That's the easiest way to search it on like Google, Amazon, those kind of things. But this mattress is 42 inches by 80 inches. We know that it definitely fits in a Freightliner, International, and a Volvo just fine. It allows it to fill the space and give you a couple more inches to have a bed. It really does make a big difference, especially if you are husband and wife team drivers and you want to sleep in the same bed sometimes. Any extra space makes a difference, and it makes it also so the mattress doesn't slide around in that pocket of space that they've created. So this is a 4-inch mattress. It is thinner because we also go with a different kind of sleep environment, and it's more custom to overseas, so in Germany. So that's where you're going to find the Froli box spring system, and these are all components set up as a grid. You can change the grid out and customize it however you desire. And so you see there's different colors. There's some that have inside like this, but this one particular, we tested out the different ones with Froli, with Nickel Atlantic, and this is the one that worked the best for team drivers. We've now been sleeping on it for I think 7 years or so, and this is still the original one, but the different ones equal different tension, equal different support. And so what it really does is deflect the bounce and allows you to not absorb so much of the road shock and bounce because of all the potholes, bridge seams, things like that. And so we put this down. So if you can only start out slow, you know, invest in a 4-inch mattress that's pretty thin, and then the Froli Sleep System. And you want a thin mattress, that way the Froli Sleep System can really do its job best. If you have a really thick mattress, it's just harder for it to have those the give that it needs to not make pressure points on your body when you're sleeping. And then also we have been experimenting for a good while now with sleeping elevated. And so to make the futon, what we had to do is get these wedge pillows. Excuse this one not having a case. It's the only thing little Willie Jean got a hold of when she was a puppy. But these are 7-inch wedge pillows that we put in there just like this to fill in the gap. We had to cut one. And all of this stuff is on my Amazon store. So if you just click the link down below, there's an entire shopping list on how do you build this kind of bed. And so we sleep elevated like that. That way it really changes how you're sleeping. It puts all the weight into the heaviness of your body, which is your hips. It saves your shoulders, your elbows, your neck. I know you guys, if you drive team, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It allows you to sleep so much better and not get injured while you're sleeping. And then we just like to use regular household bedding and pillows. So we have different kinds of pillows, feather pillow, memory pillow. This is memory, like the crushed up foam. That way it kind of can go around your head to keep your head from bobbling around so much. And then we just use regular quilts and blankets. And so the sheets that we did get at the truck stop, but you can get them off Amazon too. So we just use regular quilts and bedding and put that over there, trying to simulate as much as we can to sleeping at home as possible. To take it to the next step further, we also put up a secondary curtain. Little one wants back in to see you guys. We put up a secondary curtain, and so I just have a rod up here that is has brackets on the side of these cabinets to hold it in place, and that allows the curtain to come straight across like that and close off. And these are blackout curtains, so it also helps because they're blackout and it's a little bit more of a rubbery kind of fabric. It allows the fabric to be a little bit more soundproof and darkening, so it creates that dark environment. And the next step to making this into a cubby that's a dark space is back here in the windows we have reflected material put in there behind. That way we cut them to piece. All we did was buy windshield sun visor type thing and cut it into pieces and put it right back in there. So it allows more soundproofing and more darkening. And then to top it off, we have a sound machine right here. So when these curtains are closed, the sound machine is on the outside of this curtain. And that way it allows this area to have some white noise and really help block out sound from the front of the truck. So while Scott's hooking, because he does drop out and hook while ever I am sleeping, I typically don't even wake up because of all of these things that we have put into place. And so it really makes a big difference. And we also clip the curtain shut like that. And for all of you ladies, I'm gonna give you one last tip, and that is to sleep with a silk cap on. Because your head's rubbing around on your pillow, it really can do a lot of damage to your hair, and you can really wake up with some serious bedhead. This silk cap makes a big difference at saving your hair health and just not looking so hot mess, you guys. But that's how we've created our sleep environment. It makes a huge difference. We definitely sleep a lot better. There is no perfect sleeping while you are sleeping in a moving truck, but all of these little things have made a powerful impact. And personally, I can usually sleep like 4 or 5 hours straight without waking up while going down the bumpy roads, and sleep a lot better, and my body isn't getting injured, and I'm feeling so tired and worn out, and we're able to have more success not having to take naps during the day. You guys, I hope it really helps. Make your truck into a home and enjoy the adventures. Bye.